What's up y'all? What's up fam? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another Let's Play guide of the Elden Ring itself. And this guide we're going to showcase you my unique and most favorite build playstyle that I've constructed so far for you to enjoy the very first time you're playing the Elden Ring itself. So if you are new to the Elden Ring and you just played Bloodborne and you saw Bloodborne and you like the aesthetic, the feeling, the lore behind it, and you want something that is similar or at least close to similarity towards the Bloodborne feeling, then it is the guide for you. I'm gonna showcase you how you can construct yourself a Bloodborne build very early on to the game itself and become very overpowered as well, so your very first playthrough within the Elden Ring itself isn't so, I gotta say in English, tedious or annoying. So if you do like this content, do not forget to press a like and you comment down below, because I'm gonna showcase you how you can defeat certain bosses, how you can farm, level up, how you can find the best gear sets and everything. But before anything, more than half of you guys who watch my content is not subscribed. So if you do want to help a brother out, definitely don't forget to subscribe yourself to the channel, because this does help me a lot as a young content creator. So let's start. The very first thing we do, we're going to take the prisoner class, because the prisoner class is the very closest thing that we have in form of an arcane bleed playstyle. It's a very closest thing that we can construct in the beginning of the game that is will bring us to some form of similarity to a Bloodborne playstyle. As you proceed in creating your character, make your character how the way you want to. The best choices for form of long-term playing is going to be the Stonewood Key, because the Stonewood Key is going to be the only starting gift that is very scarce within the game itself to find. So if you just want to, you just want this build early on and you want to explore the world and moving forwards, then the Stonewood Key is truly the starting gift you need to start. But if you want to level up very fast in the beginning, then take the lens of between rune, so you can level up your character very fast. But eventually in New Game Plus and beyond all of that, you're gonna get abundant form of Stonewood Key or Elden Ring seeds and all this beautiful stuff you will find left and right that we'll see as well in the Let's Play guide. Once you play the Elden Ring itself, you enter the Elden Ring for the very first time, you're gonna encounter the first boss. You win or lose, it doesn't matter, at the end of the day you will come in the same place. So that's why I advise you to take this path down here in this grotto. This grotto will teach you everything you need to know about the Elden Ring, for blocking, dodging, sneaking and everything around it. Everything, if you are venturing yourself into the Elden Ring itself, you're gonna see these yellow trees like I'm pointing right there. These yellow trees represents a certain form of earth seeds you can find scattered over the lands between. And those earth seeds, you will need them to increase your flask capacity. You're gonna need them very importantly if you want to spec your flask evenly between magic and potions itself, or if you want more potions than magic or more magic than potions itself. So if you see those the earth tree moving into your open world exploration, always go towards them and collect the earth seed itself, and you will see abundant of them during this let's play as well. By the end of the let's play, you're gonna at least have 10 full flasks around you, and you're gonna have a very strong overpowered build in the end as well. But usually I always like to welcome every single one of you to the Elden Ring, and every one of you to Limgrave itself. After you venture your very first time, you collect all the starting items, all the summoning equipment you need, and we're gonna venture forward to the Elden Ring itself. There's a few things that we need here, a few starting points that we need to take in the zone. We're gonna activate 3 Sight of Grace, and this 3 Sight of Grace becomes extremely important for us in form of opening the world around us. The first Sight of Grace was in a top side and a little mini hill. The second we're gonna find here in this church of Elden, and the third we're gonna find it in a military camp. In that same military camp, you're gonna find 3 different loots that are not really important, but it's nice to have if you're here anyway. That's gonna be the map. It is very important because it will open up the world around us. We're gonna find a redstone and the ashes of war, which we can apply in the weapon if we need them to change out different form of playstyle. In a caravan itself, you're gonna find yourself in one caravan a bleed weapon, in the other caravan you're gonna find yourself a long sword for you to test out. It's a nice weapons to have, but those are not the weapons we are going for to construct a build, nor to go to end game level. But if you're here anyway, go take them, loot them, and enjoy testing them for the very first time. Once you arrive here for the very first time, you're gonna find Rena, a very unique NPC that will introduce herself and she's gonna ask you your help. Of course, you're gonna accept it. She's gonna give you access to two things. One, access to leveling up yourself, and the other access to having the unique mounts, your Spectral Steed. The Spectral Steed will allow you to gallop and move a little more freely to the game itself. From the Lands Between room that we took early on in the starting gifts, we're gonna use it, consume it, and we're gonna apply it to increase our vigor, because we need to have the same form of survivability. Once we have a Lands Between summoning spirit, first of all we're gonna go back to the Church of Ellen, and we're gonna speak to the witch Rena. She's gonna give us another summoning. And she's gonna ask us if you know that if we are wielding a Spectral Steed. Of course we're gonna say we wield Torrent itself, and she's gonna give us a bell, and of course the Lone Wolf Ashes. These different form of ashes, there's different form of spirits you can summon into different form of boss battles. That's a very helpful tool, and if you come in a very narrow situation, a summon can truly mean the difference between life and death in certain bosses. When you're finished with all of that, we're gonna go to the Stormgate Castle. On the top of it, we're gonna find our very first Earth Seed. We're gonna take it. Moving forward, we're gonna find ourselves another campfire. We're gonna take that face, and we're gonna find another beautiful lady in distress. We're gonna deplete her dialogue, and she's gonna give us another summoning, a beautiful sort of a jellyfish. Once we have all of that, we're gonna go past the little giant over there that's marching over the playing field. We're gonna find ourselves a tear and crystal tear. This crystal tear boosts our strength the moment we mix it with a flask of wandering physics. So the flask of wandering physics we're gonna find very early on. We're gonna march northward towards the Stormgate Castle. We're gonna take a left or right, better say, under the bridge. You're gonna find a hidden path that I'm showcasing you right now. We're gonna follow this path, because this path is gonna lead us towards the Lake of Liurnia. There's another zone you can find, and after you finish the Stormvale Castle and the Limgrave area. But we need to go there because we need to find first of all our starting weapon and our end game weapon. We're gonna find ourselves as blacksmiths and a unique spell as well. First of all, we're going for the weapon. What we need to do, we need to kill the skeletons here in this graveyards. The weapon that they're wielding is the one we need to farm. Lucky for us, we are very lucky in the beginning as well. We are already managed to equip it very fast. So by doing so, we already have our starting weapon. So now we're going to make sure that we can level up a little bit for it. By arriving here, Rena's gonna introduce herself for the second time, but we don't need to go to the round table hold yet. We're gonna go venture more southwards and go towards the first pillar, and then we're gonna find ourselves not only new merchants, we're also gonna find ourselves a map to truly open up the zone. So we have a more overall viewpoint of the zone itself. And this merchants sell you different stuff, gear sets, cooking books, and etc. and etc. We're gonna take this map, keep following the stream. Just keep following it. You're gonna find yourself another site of grace. Take that site of grace, and I'm gonna go to this altar. Remember these altars because they're very important, because some of these altars have a certain warping gates that will bring us to another side of the map. Once we're here, this is the entrance of the Academy of Liurnia. We're gonna follow the path I'm showcasing you right now. We're gonna find ourselves another Earth Seed. I'm gonna venture us forwards towards another site of grace and a new map in the area as well. This is the mid section of the map. Now we're gonna find another altar, and that places you right there. That's gonna bring us all the way to the opposite side of the map, and this is gonna bring us towards a very unique blacksmith. And that blacksmith is sell us sombering smithing stones. We're gonna need that to leveling up our weapons later on to the game itself. We're gonna take this map, and we're gonna have the full map of the zone already. So now we have a full aestheticness and a viewpoint what this zone is actually about. We hit this invisible wall, talk to this blacksmiths, and we'll see it. That's where we need to get. And of course, de-aggro every single thing around us. Once we did all of that, we need to go towards Limgrave. Once we did all of that, we're gonna go to Limgrave back, and we're gonna go towards these 2 points showcased in that map. These 2 points, we're gonna find first of all the map of the southern part of Limgrave itself to open up a little bit, and we're gonna find ourselves as well an underground delve in form of a well. It's very deep on the ground. We need to pass through all that delve because we need to find a specific talisman that is truly gonna help us moving forward to the game, because that will increase our attribute point by 5 points There's really a lot beginning into the game itself. Will really boost our survivability and really give that oomph to our abilities moving forward to the game itself. There's a very starting point. The talisman I'm going to showcase you is a talisman you're supposed to get more towards the mid to end game level itself. While arriving to this checkpoint, we're going to move towards the map area, take the map, and we're going to take this well, the Sophia River well. We're going to go all the way down, completely down. I do advise you, when you are playing this game for the first time, do explore this delve nicely, steadfastly, and really try to investigate every hook, nook and cranny, because there's a lot of cute and amazing stuff you can find here as well. Follow the path I'm showcasing right now, and you're going to lead us to our second site of grace, and the surrounding of our second site of grace, we're going to find ourselves the map of the area itself. So give it a little more for an overall aesthetic feeling where we need to go. While we're arriving here, of course, we're going to de-aggro everything. On the pillar right here on the right, you're going to find the map itself. Now we need to go towards a broken pillar and gallop above the broken pillar, and then we're going to find another weapon gate. And the weapon gate is going to bring us towards Nocrune itself, right here. The city of Nocrune is an endgame city, so I do advise you to be very careful with the enemies around you. We're going to hug the wall. I'm going to go towards this ravine wellspring. By having this, now we have the Marika Scar Seal. You increase our attribute point by 5 points. Every single thing that's to do with magic, arcane, intelligence, mind, everything is increased by 5 points. Now what we're gonna do we are going to the third church of Marika. And within the third church of Marika, we are going to find, right here in this position of the map, approximately, we're gonna find a flask of wandering physics. That's a very important flask because that's just in the form of alchemy we have in the game. We do different form of mixture. We can truly enhance our DPS output and our survivability into the game itself. It's a very important thing to have early on to the game itself. By doing so, we're going to pass through the cracked wall. We're going to find another warp gate, and that's going to warp us to Calais itself. We're going to enter this bestial centrum, activate this quest, this grace, side of grace bottom, go all the way south, close proximity to the bridge, take the earth seed, take another side of grace. We'll be coming back here in this area to form every single thing around here. Go around the bridge, and we are going to go all the way to here, this side here. De-aggro every single thing that's around us and following us. Now, so let's start leveling up. Now we're gonna taunt the Nat Cavalier itself. We're gonna bring him to the left side here on this branch here. We're gonna hide all the way to the top, and he's going to jump over and trying to find himself just under us. He always follows us, and then we're gonna jump down and we're gonna taunt him again. The trick is by taunting him, because we are very close to the ledge here, or he's gonna go to the right side opposite where he's trying to go there, or he's gonna gallop over and he's gonna jump way too far that we are, and he's gonna fall to his death. This trick and this technique happens and works every single time. It's the only way we can beat him and cheese him past patch 104. I have another guide with my channel. You can see I do it with 4 different characters very early on in the beginning, and every single one of them are using the same cheese. So what we're gonna do, increase our strength and arcane, and of course our figure, so we can wield our very first weapon to itself, our gravesite. Now we have our bleed weapon that we need, so we're gonna push forward to the game itself. We're gonna take all the runes here in the cemetery, keep venturing ourselves more westwards, past this earth tree. We're gonna find inside a Puritine avatar, where we're gonna deal with him a little bit later on in the stream. Go to Fourth Ward Castle, take this grey side of this castle, enter the Fourth Ward Castle, because we're gonna find ourselves 2 unique items. The Dictus Medallion, the right side, just gonna be on top of the stairs here, and the chests. We're gonna take that, and we're gonna venture forwards, drop down, watch out for the rats. Gonna find the 2 more here, jump down, take a left, and of course be ready to die. By having the Radical Soul skill, this is going to increase all our stats when it's opposite for magic. That means vigor, strength, dexterity, and endurance. So we're going to bleed using a bleed weapon, and we're going to create bleed damage to this dragon. One thing you need to remember, if you are managed to kill the dragon just before entering your site of grace, you can respawn this dragon again. So the moment you kill this dragon, just in a fraction of a second you know he's dead, gallop to your magic steed, go as fast as possible to the site of grace, and try to respawn him. It really needs a matter of fraction. If you are fast enough, you can respawn this dragon and do this a few times. But unfortunately for me, I wasn't fast enough. So while doing this, we're gonna increase our vigor even higher. So we really want to increase our stats moving forwards. Now we are going to go back to the Lake of Liurnia, approximately just right there. You're gonna find another church yourself. We're gonna warp ourselves back to the starting point of the academy. I'm gonna hop out, and we're gonna jump down. We're gonna find ourselves a beetle in the area, and that beetle is gonna drop us off the Bloodflame Blade. The Bloodflame Blade is a very potent incantation, an arcane based incantation that will increase our bleed effect with our weapons. So we're truly gonna stack our bleed moving forward to the game, so we truly can melt the enemy itself. By killing this beetle right here, and he's gonna drop the Bloodflame Blade. That's the very first and literally one of the team only incantations, except a dragon incantation, that we are going to use moving forward to the game itself. So now we are going to go to increase our flask capacity. We're gonna go to the very first earth tree you can find yourself in the southern part of Limgrave, just before the Sophia well itself. But first we're gonna talk to Rena itself, and we're gonna go first of all to the round table, and we're gonna talk to these two maiden husk. They're gonna sell us the finger seal. The finger seal is a faith-based weapon. That'll give us an opportunity and a possibility to cast faith and arcane based abilities. We're gonna need that so we can use our flame blade incantation to increase our bleed effects. But of course we don't have the necessary spell powers and the necessary attribute points to use it right now, but we already have the weapons equipped, so we can use it a little bit later. So we now are going to increase our flask capacity. So we're gonna get different form of tears that we can mix in form of alchemy potions, so it can give us a little bit of an edge and come to combat. The very first one, you're gonna find yourself completely in the southern part. You're gonna find a minor tree. This minor tree is going to find himself scattered all over the map, so it's very important if you open up the map of your zone, always look where you can find the minor trees. And most of the minor trees, you're going to find a boss there. If you defeat them, they're going to drop you different form of loot, gear sets, talismans, and most importantly, it's going to drop you tears. You're going to mix them in your flask itself. The very first one you're going to find yourself is the green spill crystal tear. This one gonna increase our stamina output while consuming it. We're gonna go all the way south of the game itself, the southern part of the map, and I'm gonna showcase you, of course, very shortly where we are. First of all, we are going to, if you arrive to the Church of Pilgrim, but just by following the map, following the road, that you can literally not miss it. We're going to use all the seeds that we collected so far to increase our flask capacity, and of course all the crystal tears to increase the potency of our flask. As you can see, just follow the path all the way south. You're gonna find a bridge, and you can take your first left, and you're gonna go all the way to this earth tree itself. It's really easy to find. It's really, like I say, it's really not hard. If you're finding difficulty, I still have another Let's Play on my channel. You're gonna find it literally me playing it. I showcase you where you need to go if you still having trouble finding it, but it should be. It's just plug and play. We're gonna march all the way south, then the opposite side of the church. There we're gonna find ourselves a first boss encounter. We're gonna defeat him, and he's gonna give us the Ophelin, hopefully I say it correctly, the crystal tear. It's a form of a bubble that creates himself the moment we consume it. It's a form of an extra shield that we construct around us every single time we enter a boss fight, so it gives us a little form of protection. So if a boss wants to hurt us, he first needs to crack the bubble before he can hurt us, so it's quite nice to have. If you level up the way I'm showcasing right now, you're gonna have the necessary figure to engage with his fights, engage with his battle very easy and very early on. So the very first battle boss that we're gonna do in the game itself, just to make sure that we have a little bit more of an edge towards the bigger boss into the game itself. And this archery, you're gonna find himself a little bit everywhere into the game itself. Just learn the mechanics right now already, because you are going to encounter him much more in the game. So while we did that, we finished him. So we're gonna go back towards Caria itself. So we are still lacking some levels, so we're still lacking some attribute points. So let's make a quick change of them. From the attribute points that we received so far, we are going to use it first to buy certain form of crafting kits, different form of materials that we're going to find, of course, in the Church of Elden. Before we get engaged in the fight, we're going to go right now. Preparation is key of every single thing that you do on the Elden Ring itself. So in this Church of Elden, we're going to speak to this merchants, and you're going to sell off our very first crafting kit, and it's extremely important. The crafting kits, from this you're going to craft different form of items, from bows, from poisons, from antidote, just name it. So if you find any form of books within the vendors itself, always buy them, because trust me, it will come extremely handy. Well, we are going to construct ourselves. We're going to construct first the food of our mighty steed. By having this and equipping this every single time our steed is hurt, we can feed him and of course heal him at the same time. It's a form of a potion. By doing so, we're going to go back to the Great Witch, and we're going to challenge this dragon itself. What we're going to do, we're going to focus ourselves on doing a lot of bleed damage, so we can deplete him as fast as possible. So we came prepared. We're going to make sure we have our flask of wandering physics activated, so we have a stamina increased, and we have of course the shield activated as well. Be careful, because of his sweeping attack he does. If he's smashing his leg on the ground, and always go to the opposite side of his leg, the AoE effect doesn't hit you. If he's trying to sweep with his tail around him, always make sure you're sitting under him, like I'm doing right now, and just gallop in front of him, and then you will not be able to hit you. I keep repeating that. When you hear the noise of he's roaring, he's gonna to spill his fire, and when he's stamping, just go to the other side of his leg. If he's turning like that, just always go to gallop as fast as possible towards his head, so his tail doesn't hurt you. By doing so, you're gonna get yourself 18,000 runes, and you're gonna level up everything we got from endurance, for arcane. It's gonna be a very big stat. We're truly gonna pump our arcane up, so we can truly start dealing a lot of damage. So now we came towards the northern part of the Lake of Liurnia. So what we need to do now, we are going for the gear set that we are looking for. We're gonna go to the end of the Lake of Liurnia. It's gonna find us a small gap over here. We can keep traveling ourselves all the way to the end, and then we're gonna find ourselves an earth seed and a side of grace. We're gonna take them, of course, activate it, and we're gonna march ourselves all the way up to the end of the dungeon here. And we're gonna find ourselves a boss, take quick work of him, and most importantly, we're gonna find ourselves the access point towards the Altus Plateau. You can use two ways to enter the Altus Plateau: with the Dictus Medallion, where we talked before, or you can take the hard path that I'm taking you right now. The reason I'm taking you the hard path and simple fact is that by killing the boss itself, you're not only gonna get a very unique weapon, that is faith-based arcane weapon a little bit, if you want to change your style, and at the same time you're gonna have a good amount of runes, so you can level up again. So is that actually the best route you should take if you are trying to level up early on to the game. Let's just keep following the path I'm showcasing you right now, all the way to the boss, until we reach the Altus Plateau. Once we defeated the boss itself, we're gonna start the warm-up. The Magna Moor with great swords, very unique great swords, kill himself with faith. We're gonna go take the side of grace, and we're gonna activate the bridge that will lead us towards the Altruist Plateau itself. Of course, we're gonna spend the runes that we have right now, so to increase our leveling up a little bit more, and to the game itself give a little bit more survivability again. We're gonna respec our flask of running physics, and we have more magic as well. So we're gonna go all the way up, and of course, yeah, it speaks for itself. Once we're here and on the top side of the Altruist Plateau, we are going to activate another side of grace, and we're going to take a left towards the Great Lake. You will see very shortly, and there you're going to find yourself a very hidden cave. A lot of players tendency to forget and to miss at the very first playthrough. And there you're going to find yourself different form of enemies in a cave, and they are hit extremely strong, so be extremely careful. And most of them are going to be skeleton based builds, so that means if you do not kill them for the second time, you kill the soul, they're going to respawn themselves. So be aware of that if you are in this zone. So once we're here in the coffin area itself, beautiful aesthetically they're made. Take this side of grace, just past the giant here. Spend our beautiful runes. We can put a little bit more into health. Take our mighty steed, and we're gonna gallop all the way to the opposite side. Just follow the path I'm showcasing you right now. I'm not gonna speed it up because I really want you guys to see where I'm going. Afterwards, of course, we're gonna move a little bit faster because I don't want to bore you with a too long video as well. Just keep following the path here, and we're gonna find it somewhere here. We're hidden, well hidden behind the trees, right there, as you can see. It's easily overlooked and easily missed. Once you're here, you're gonna find yourself a lot of hidden walls in this area itself, so be very careful. And most of the hidden walls, you're gonna find a lot of enemies around it. So take this. Well, now we're here. As you can see, the cave is quite dark. What we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure we have ourselves a lantern, and we're gonna have ourselves a torch, so we have a little bit more oversight and a few points where the fuck we are going. So we are going back to, first of all, to the Lake of Liurnia and the Church of Elden itself. There we're gonna find yourself the torch and the lantern itself for you to equip. I wanted to showcase this later on because I wanted to give you a point and the fact that these torches and these lanterns are quite important. I'm sorry if it's quite annoying and boring, but I really want to showcase you at this point why the importance of these items as well. Go to the Church of Elden, and then you're going to find yourself a torch. The torch, you can equip it as well as a form of a weapon in your offhand as well if you want to poke an enemy and burn them alive. So it's quite nice as well. So we can now going to use a bow here. We're going to equip our torch and our lantern to give us a nice, beautiful oversight view of everything. Like I said before, be very careful in everything around you because there's a lot of enemies here, especially here on the left side. And there's a lot of enemies here for the loot you're only going to get. We're trying to make quick work with all of them. If you level it up and you follow the guide so far, it shouldn't be any problems for you. You can take all the items here, and the next part here, the next zone, we're gonna run as fast as we can past this zone because we need anything here that's actually worth our time. I'm gonna take the armor set right here. This is the armor set we are looking for. Now we are the first part of our look. We have the black feather and this beautiful aesthetic armor that looks truly badass as from Bloodborne. The nice thing about the black feather armor sets, if you equip it, it has a unique perk if you read it. The perk of the black feather armor sets it increases your jump attacks. By having this armor set equipped, you don't need the claw talisman anymore. So if you're doing a jump attack, it will be automatically increased itself. So it's very nice armor sets. It really saves us in the form of a talisman slot as well very early on to the game itself. So we're gonna need another armor sets, and we're really gonna solidify our look and playstyle into the game. We need another a shield we need, a better shield we need. We need another better incantation weapon than the finger seal, and of course we're gonna need to kill a little bit more bosses itself, so we truly solidified our playstyle moving forward into the Elden Ring itself. So when we come here, we're gonna find ourselves another side of grace, and we're gonna find ourselves an earth seed over there. Do not forget to take it, of course. We're gonna increase our flask capacity even higher. Now we're gonna take the road that we're gonna showcase you right now. We're gonna lead us to the mountain of Climé. There we're gonna find ourselves a boss. We're gonna find ourselves another vendor who can give us the Confessor armor sets, quite a unique Bloodborne-ish armor sets. Gonna pass these geysers here. Take every single seed we can find in the area right here, and be very careful because these geysers can kill you. Keep following the path that I'm showcasing you right now. Counter your right side, keep right here, loot the cemetery. Do not pass on the left side on the crosspoint over there because it was an ambush. Take the side of grace, and here you're gonna find yourself the crossbow. We give you a little bit more form of range weapon for you to use. Go all the way down and keep following your path all the way to these ladders. You're gonna take 2 ladders, and then the second one on the left here, you're gonna find yourself a vendor on the top of it. And this vendor is selling you the Confessor armor. We're gonna take this Confessor armor, and we're gonna equip the arms and legs to give a little bit more poise into the game itself. And we're gonna take first left here. Here you're gonna find yourself another side of grace, and of course we're gonna use the side of grace here, and we are going for to cheese the boss in this area itself. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna jump. We're gonna make sure we arrive right here. And why are we coming at this point here? Because this point is where the boss resists himself. This is an area effect boss. The moment you enter his combat area, he's going to engage you. So we're trying to hug the, not in a wall, but the ledge of this mountain as close as possible. We're going to do a little sneaky bandit playstyle, and we're going to go around him and go all the way behind him. By doing so, we're going to activate our poison ability, and we're going to poison him until he dies. Because very early on to the game, we don't have the right stats to deal with him hand to hand, so we're going to choose him. By doing so, he's going to give us a very potent weapon, and of course, we're going to give us, not it's really necessary for us, but it's a nice weapon to have, a nice chunk of runes for us to enjoy and to level up once again. once you deal with this boss, we're gonna take the loot that we need in this area, in this zone. I'm gonna march our way down, all the way to the Caria Manor. Gonna find yourself a lich to extend himself to another zone, right here. Get yourself the Earth Seed again, and enter the Caria Manor. Activate the Side of Grace. What we're gonna do now, while we're here, we're gonna go back to the grave. We need a certain form of bell rings. These bell rings are gonna give us access to buy the necessary smithing items to craft our weapons. So come and to this location on the map right here. You're gonna find another mine. Go all the way down until you reach the boss itself. Kill him. He's gonna draw yourself the smithing stone bell ring level 1. Then you're gonna go back to the one table, give that to our merchant in and one table hold, and then you're gonna give it access to buy the smithing stones that we need to level up our weapons for the first playthrough. Now if you buy the necessary smithing stones, go to your blacksmith, try to increase your gravesite potency even higher. Now we're gonna increase our gravesite potency even higher again. We're gonna find ourselves the smithing stone bell ring level 2. This we're gonna find ourselves on the Altruist Plateau by going to the Earth Tree Grazes itself, the previous checkpoint we found in the Altruist Plateau itself. Just past the dragon. We're gonna go all the way towards the entrance of the citadel itself. First of all, we're gonna take the map of the zone so we can truly open up the zone itself. Just follow the road I'm showcasing right now. We're gonna find another pillar, and you're gonna find us another map again. Take this map. Now we're gonna go towards the entrance, take the Earth Seed again to increase our flask capacity, and then we're gonna go across this beautiful bombastious staircase. And the end of the staircase, you're gonna find yourself 2-3 sentinels on a horse. Just pass them all. Do not worry about them. Go all the way to the Side of Grace, activate it, and de-augur yourself from them. And take these Earth Seeds and the map of this zone as well. Once you have them, continue, go down the ravine right here. And here you're gonna find yourself another hidden cave in the area itself. You're gonna go into the hidden cave, and you need to find yourself a chest that's somewhere guarded by a little hidden elf of a little miniature ninja, I call them. Once you come here, so the Side of Grace, the hidden paths all over the place. Take the right here, open this chest, and you're gonna find yourself the smithing stone level 2. And get the fuck out of here as much as possible. De-augur yourself, and go back to the Side of Grace, to your one table, of course, and you level up all the way until you can't anymore. So what we need to do now, we need to go first of all to Khaled, to the position I showcase you right now. And you're gonna go to the Dragon Commune Church, and this Dragon Commune Church, just in front of it, if you come here, you're gonna find yourself a dragon hiding and guarding it. It's gonna be a dragon that is based on wrath. I showcased before how you can deal with a dragon. I don't want it to showcase again, otherwise it's gonna be a repeat of a similar form of battle. Deal with a dragon is a little bit annoying, but just be careful of his rat poisoning. Same concept where he stamps with his feet, going the opposite leg. Only difference is on this boss, everything that he does for damage is based on wrath. What we're gonna take is we're gonna take the wrath incantation we're gonna take, and all the other incantations we're gonna take. But most importantly, we're gonna take the wrath, because we're gonna put damage effect against our bosses. Then we're gonna go to the standard grave, the very first entrance fog area you find at the beginning of the cave itself. You're going to open this zone by activating on the stone imps just next to the door. Going down here, you're gonna find several chariots, Roman chariots. Go all the way down. We need to kill a very important enemy here. He's gonna drag us the Dragon Commune Seal, and the Dragon Commune Seal will give us the opportunity and the possibility to cast Dragon Incantations and will boost the Dragon Incantations. Just keep following the path I'm showcasing right now. By having a very strong weapon, this fight becomes very easy for you, as you will see very soon. Normally, this fight is very difficult, quite challenging, I even say. By having a nice overpowered build in the beginning, here we're making very quick work of him. Proceed by killing the boss, of course, and now we're gonna go all the way to Margaret itself. By doing and making sure a quick word of Margaret, the Fell Omen, he gonna give us, of course, the talisman pouch itself. Give her 12,000 runes for us to spend again, and of course we can hop back to the Lake of Liurnia. In the Lake of Liurnia, we need two different things. We need another armor sets for our legs and our arms to increase our poise, and we need a shield as well. We need a better shield, as we're still missing a shield. If you're arriving the first time, the gate is going to be closed, but we need to go to this position right here. It's going to be guarded by a dragon itself. You can try to kill the dragon or just loot where everything he's guarding himself. Just follow the path I'm showcasing right now. Take the loot that you need, post on the key sets, go back to the site of grace and teleport yourself towards the entrance of the Academy of Liurnia. Now we're going to proceed ourselves moving forward into the Academy itself. Just keep following the path towards the Academy. It's literally plug and play, it's nothing special about it, until we reach the very first boss of the zone itself, and then it becomes very interesting for us. We're gonna go pass to the right side and take ourselves the Caria Knight's armor sets. Once you have the Caria armor set, equip it, of course, give it a little more poise and more survivability. Take the lifts, jump out of the ledge, take the side of grace, pass to the bait room, run yourself all the way up, you following the path until you reach your very first boss area of the zone itself, the Radigan Red Wolf. And thanks to the ability you have right now, we're gonna make quick work of him very fast. And by doing so, we're gonna level up our abilities even further. Take the first right if you come out, and of course, just following the path over the ledge, and you're gonna get yourself this Radigan icon. It's a very important icon, and we're gonna need it moving forward into the game itself. It shortens all the spell ability that you have towards the game itself. Jump down itself, and now you can, of course, respawn everything, so you're gonna have your health and everything back to normal. Once again, if you come here from where you defeated the Radigan Red Wolf, it's gonna be your first right, then the right again, stairs up, break a window in, right, you're gonna find it on the balcony. So now when you're here, I'm gonna go outside here. On the left side, you're gonna find another earth tree, and with another seed of it. For the sake of the video, we're gonna go straight towards the boss itself. We're going to take a left here, and boulders are gonna come out of this zone here. I'm gonna jump here first. let the boulders pass, take a left, and wait for the second boulders to come. Arc the wall as much as possible, and we're gonna run as fast as we can. At the end of the hall, we're gonna find ourselves the Caria Knights. We need to defeat him for us to get the Caria Knight shield. A very potent shield I absolutely love. It's a very annoying boss because he is very strong. So now we have the Caria Knight shield. It requires a 50 points into intelligence for us to be able to wield it correctly. As you from the stats, it has 100% into physical, magic 71, fire nuts 28%, but the rest of the stats is really scandalously high. Aesthetically it looks very cool, and it's just a very strong shield for every single thing that has to do with the Elden Ring, because magic is quite overpowered here into the game. So we're using the flask wandering spears of physics. We have stone bar cracked here, temporarily increases our stance break capacity and the offlane hardening, and it really increases our shield ability very potently, very strong, even stronger than before. Those two talisman and cracked here, we achieve it, and by a later boss I'm going to show you later on. Everything I'm showcasing right now is where your stats and your gear sets you need to have to be able, let's say, mid-game to end-game level to become very overpowered early on. The Godfrey icon, you can increase your charge and spell skills. I'm going to showcase you as well very early on where you need to get it. So now you have a tendency and a goal where you need to have a form of stats, attributes for your weapons, your gear sets, and the talismans you need. So where you need to go to get the Godfrey icon, come back to Altus Plateau, to the area right here on the map itself. Follow the roadmap I'm showcasing you right now. You're gonna find yourself an Evergold site, and that's why we need to activate. We need to get yourself a Stonewood key. You're gonna find it on the demi-human scavengers camp on doing the road. We're gonna use that Stonewood key to challenge the boss Godfrey itself in Evergold. Remember, in this Evergold, Godfrey is much stronger than you fought him very early on to the game itself. When you fight him in the Stonevale Castle, even though in this Let's Play playthrough we even been to we even haven't explored the Stonevale Castle even once, we're already going to challenge Godfrey itself. In this instance, as right now, we don't even have the full build showcase right now like I showcased you just instantly ago. You're going to see how potent we already are. And once again, Godfrey is extremely strong, so be super careful. And this boss fight, take your time and do your thing. Good luck. Well, you need to defeat him because you need the talisman that he drops. By having this build, you can see bosses like Godfrey, even though later on the game is very strong, it becomes quite easy for us to deal with. By having a Godfrey icon, you can have your build a little bit more solidified. If you are still having problems in form of leveling up, but you still don't have the necessary runes from one way or another while exploring the game and everything I'll showcase you right now. And this location right here is the easiest point you can actually farm runes early on to the game itself. But making sure that the boulder falls all the way down to the ledge itself, you're gonna get yourself approximately around 3,000 runes every single time you do it. To repeat that process until you have the necessary rune capacity for you to level up your weapons, your gear set and yourself towards the level that I showcased you previously before. Also, good luck and good playthrough. But finally and not least, for you to get the Wandering Physics weapons and tiers that I showcased to you, and brief fragments, the hardened offlin, and of course the cracked tier. It's required from you to defeat the Purid Avatar. By doing so, we're gonna use a dragon Incantations. We're gonna make sure we have a set range around him. We're gonna bait him and make sure he does his attack. When he's finishing his attack, that's when we're going to strike. It is a game of patience if you're fighting this boss, especially the build up I'm showcasing right now. Take your time, attack him with range with your dragon Incantation as much as possible, and keep yourself on your horse or you match your steed, and keep doing that while having the Radagon icon equipped, the Godfrey icon equipped. We're increasing our DPS output and the speed of our casting as well at the same time. By doing so, we're going to give us 90,000 runes for us to enjoy. By doing so, you're going to have the Stonebar Cracked Tier and Offlin Hard Tier. Equipping them will increase your stance break much easier, and for temporarily boost all your damage negation scandalously very hard. There's a more potent shield you will get from the Earth Tree, and of course it gives you the boost to break the stance of your bosses as well. Once again, these are the stats you need. These are a leveling you need from your weapons, your gear sets, your armor sets, and of course the flask Wandering Physics you need, and the attribute points you can find completely on the right side. And making this stream at this point right now, we are level 63 with 32 vigor, 11 mind, 15 into endurance, 17 into strength, dexterity at 13, and intelligence 15, faith at 15, and arcane at 24. So we can wield our field ability and shield ability much easier. Hopefully guys did like this content and it was very helpful. Now you have yourself a very strong and very potent build for you to enjoy the Elden Ring itself. That is a Bloodborne dragon, mythical dragon build I constructed with a little bit of a flair in it. And hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and you smash the like button and give me your feedback back on the comments down below. So if you have any form of question whatsoever, and if I missed anything as well, do not hesitate to asking me. I'm always there willing to help. And of course it's within my skill set and ability to do so. As usual, I always like to say I'm a variety type of gamer. I stream a lot of games, not only the Soulsborne game, but I'm a Soulsborne veteran, so I'm always there willing to showcase the community and the fam what I got, and of course my love for the franchise as well. Either way, hopefully I can see you on my live streams and the next Let's Play walkthrough, different trick and a guide video within Ashlord Entertainment, me Ashlord, member itself. See you next time. Peace.